Blaming the Devil, Confessions of a Witness to Delusions of Grandeur. Introduction. I used to think my love life was a comedy of errors. Now I see it as a strange recurring motif. Men who start ordinary and, over months or years, begin to believe they're central to some grand design. They don't arrive convinced they'll rule the world. That conviction grows, an accretion of small choices, stories, attention, and the cultural static we all breathe. I'm not seeking out men with delusions of grandeur. I've never set out to become anyone's crown or court. Still, the pattern keeps showing up, and I've learned to read it, name it, and write about it. Eventually, they all think they are the devil and rule the world. I guess I just make men feel that wonderful. The pattern from inside my life. At first, they seem grounded, funny, clever, ambitious. We share coffee, politics, books, and late-night maps of what life could be. Over time, their talk shifts. Ambition becomes destiny. Casual boasts become prophetic certainty. Tiny competitions, who knows who can get what, mutate into elaborate narratives where they're the architect of some historical pivot. I notice the small moves first, changing how they talk about influence, name-dropping without context, and unwillingness to acknowledge limits. Then the larger leaps, spending time cultivating myth rather than accountability, refusing to accept ordinary failures, reading every slight as evidence of persecution or imminent triumph. Those are the red flags I learned to trust. The escalation into absolute myth. Delusion rarely appears out of nowhere. It's an escalation. Emotional reward. Grandiose talk yields fascination, attention, and sometimes fear, all of which can be intoxicating. Social feedback loops. A few people treat the claim as interesting, others laugh. The claimant reads their attention as legitimacy. Narrative inflation. Small self-mythologizing details are repeated and embroidered until they feel real even to the teller. Identity fusion. Ambition fuses with identity so that failure is existential, not circumstantial. Isolation from reality checks. As the story grows, the person dismisses contrary evidence as ignorance or malice. Eventually, they all think they are the devil and rule the world. I guess I just make men feel that wonderful. Conspiracy culture as fertile ground. We live in an ecology of conspiracies and spectacle. Whispers circulate. Illuminati, clandestine shadow governments, arcane occult pacts, alien overlords. Most of it is theater, half humorous, half anxious storytelling that gives meaning to randomness. Families joke, friends roll their eyes, and some people take these narratives as literal maps of power. For men predisposed to see themselves as exceptional, those stories are fertile ground. A rumor about a secret society becomes evidence, not fiction. A joke about running the world becomes an aspiration. The cultural cachet of being part of a hidden order becomes a scaffold for identity. When someone needs an anchor for entitlement, myth can supply it. Family reaction, amusement, and alarm. My family found these men fascinating at first, curious like someone watching a street performer. We traded stories, laughed at outlandish claims, and sometimes paused when a story became too convincing for its author. Some relatives enjoy the narrative, others get protective. That mixed reaction can make things worse. If family treat a man's myth as colorful entertainment, he may double down. If they answer with concern, he may feel persecuted and withdraw into his story. Clear boundaries and blunt, steady conversation about reality and responsibility are the best protections I've learned. How I respond now. I don't want to be a gatekeeper of other people's identity crises. What I can do is name the pattern early and plainly. Insist on accountability. Actions, not promises, matter. Keep emotional and financial boundaries firm. Encourage professional help when fantasies interfere with work, relationships, or safety. Offer compassion without fueling delusion. People can change, but they must show it through consistent, often slow acts. I provide witness, not worship. Closing reflection. There's a bitter humor in dating people who grow into conspiratorial grandiosity. A normal life intersecting with fantastical narratives. I'm not a magnet for these men. I'm a witness to how ordinary appetites for meaning can balloon into claims of cosmic control. Culture, attention, and the human hunger for significance all play a role. I've learned to keep my sense of self clear, my boundaries firm, and my language precise, because love should not be the altar on which someone builds an empire of unreality.